welcome to Fans Talk Football, where we're just ordinary fans who love to talk about football. And today we're going to talk about what happened last week, mainly the Chelsea result against Manchester City. Then we're going to touch up on Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Then of course we're going to talk about Southampton versus Liverpool. Let's start with Chelsea, guys.
Chelsea.
So Chelsea at the moment, 4 games defeat in 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games.
They look like they were going to be, title contenders.
Yeah.
Now it looks like they're going to be struggling for top 6. What do you guys think of this? Nick, let's start with you this week.
I don't know, man, because I feel like when Chelsea lined up against Man City last week, they pretty much put up their best 11. You could see like Hakim Ziyech on the right, and Timo Werner, their record signing up front.
And they played the whole 90?
Yeah, they pretty much played the whole 90. There was like the last season's kids on the bench like Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount. They didn't really, Yeah. So then I honestly thought this was the chance for them to prove their worth, but they didn't even look. Like they were willing to, not willing to. They didn't even look like they were going to challenge Man City at all. Man City outclassed them thoroughly.
Completely outclassed.
Yeah, you think maybe it's Lampard though? I don't know. I feel like personally Lampard is not the right man to take them forward. I feel with that kind of like 200 million investment, if it was any other manager, he'd be getting so much stick right now. I mean, it's me lah.
Is the task too big?
Maybe because he's from Derby, and then he comes to Man City, comes to Chelsea, and then he
was at Man City.
He was at Man City.
Maybe it's a soft spot.
He was at Man City.
He also scored against Chelsea.
And didn't celebrate. He just didn't celebrate.
I don't know.
It's a volley, right? I think if I'm mistaken. Yeah.
I mean, four defeats, right?
4 defeats in 6 games. Yeah, that's correct.
That's not good enough for a person who spent 200 million.
That's the problem.
But speaking of the game, if you watch the game, right, the first 15 minutes, it looked like Chelsea's going to score.
Yeah.
They were dominating City, man.
Yeah.
You watched the first 15 minutes, and then it all just went downhill from there, man. City's attacking was brilliant.
There's no shame in losing to Man City though.
Yeah.
Do you think they will probably stick
is there innuendo on
do you think they will actually stick with their manager Frank Lampard? You see sometimes when you stick with your managers, right? Look at Southampton. Southampton's a perfect example. They lost 9-0 to Leicester, and they stuck with him. Where they are now.
He was very emotional that day against Liverpool.
He did. He went down. He was like, he was on stage. But anyway, back to Chelsea. Do you think they would sack Frank Lampard? Before this, just to give you some insight, there was some talk about them sticking with Frank Lampard. But after the City loss, now talks are getting real, and there's a lot of potential replacements out there, like Max Allegri, Marcelino, but Marcelino just went to Athletic Bilbao. On top of that, there was Pochettino, but Pochettino went to PSG. But Max Allegri was a candidate, and Ralph Hasenhuttl, the Southampton manager as well, linked with the Chelsea job. Do you think Chelsea would get another manager? Or they would stick by
looking at the Russians' history, so it seems like he did sack a lot of.
Avram Grant is free again.
Yeah,
he's also available for.
Did you take them to the Champions League final?
He did.
Lost again, so very sleep.
But looking at, based on Abramovich's past, right? I think he's giving Lampard more chance this time. It looks like he's more lenient this time.
Yeah.
Maybe he's giving Lampard a bit more time. So I have a great feeling Lampard will stay until the end of the season. He's not going to get the sack. I personally believe.
Yeah. Okay.
He's on thin ice though.
He's on thin ice. He is on thin ice.
And with that, do you think they will recover? Do you think they will end up in the top 4? Chelsea wasn't in your top 4 prediction.
Top
6 maybe?
Top 6, yeah.
You think they'll get into the top 6?
Not top 4. Top 6 maybe, yeah.
So you think Lampard will kind of recover, slow recovery?
He will definitely,
The funny thing is, Arsenal, who's been performing pretty horribly this season, but after the last week or 2, they're now just 3 points behind Chelsea.
And
I think that's got to say something to say about Chelsea's actual form, right? Okay. Now let's move on to Manchester United. Okay, they beat Aston Villa. With that, they drew level on points with Liverpool. Just behind on goal difference. And now the thing is, Liverpool played their game already that week, and now Manchester United's got a game in hand.
Which we will be playing next week against Burnley.
Come on, Burnley. Nick Pope.
Did you ever expect? After that Crystal Palace loss, after the 6-1 loss against Tottenham at Old Trafford, did you ever expect United to come back to this?
Maybe just 2 months ago, we were 14th. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even with the game in hand that time also. I didn't expect this at all.
What's changed though?
Wow.
It's the same team.
It's the same team.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's the same team which we
Maguire
played
is getting stick.
with the same team which we lost 6-1 to Spurs. The same team we lost. I mean, then I would say the play is a bit more different now. I would say, like, instead of just hanging back and trying to play defensive and everything. I mean, okay, maybe it's not really changed lah. They're just relying on. If you look at Ole's play game now, it's always opponents having the most possession, and they just rely on counter attack. That's how they've been playing actually, and that seemed to be working most of the time.
I think Paul Pogba's been performing as well.
Matches. Okay. Another thing, I think improvement is what has changed actually. Right?
Yeah. I think you got to give Solskjaer credit.
Credit for that. Yeah. I mean, Maguire, he was absolutely a fridge when he was playing against Spurs. But he has improved as well, definitely. Yeah. Even yesterday against City, he was not one of the bad players actually. He was actually good. He and Shaw. Lindelof was terrible. So I guess Ole actually started to find his perfect first 11 for now in the EPL. So I guess that changed.
Yeah, but you know what I feel? I feel like sometimes there's a witch hunt for Ole and United. Like always Harry Maguire is being made fun of, Ole is being made fun of, Ole's at the wheel and all that. But not the level of points of Liverpool,
Yeah.
So as a result, I feel like Klopp and also the Liverpool players should be getting similar stick. Like how come they're immune to it, so to speak. I feel like
maybe because Klopp has won the Champions League.
And also the defending champions.
The 30-year draw.
Don't get me wrong. I know. I get it. But
maybe because of the defending champions.
I think once Ole manages to get a trophy,
then
I think it will ease up on him.
Because this will be our 4th year without anything actually.
Yeah, since Jose.
Exactly.
Funny thing is, in the past year, United has lost 4 semi-finals
with under Ole actually.
So pretty much up and down season.
This season.
But if you win against Burnley, you'll be top of the table. That's must be something, right?
Top of the table.
Chris Wood, do me a favor. Chris Wood.
I think Burnley is not doing too well.
But the funny,
they definitely lose.
I mean, like, let's just say, I mean, the funny part is, we would, if we win, we would be at the top of the table. But we're playing Liverpool immediately.
Yeah,
that's Saturday.
That's an interesting feature.
That's gonna be.
And you guys win that game, we're so fucked. We're so screwed.
Of course, we're hoping for that. It's a double game week as well. So both Liverpool and Man United. So you guys are playing Burnley, right? You guys are playing. We are playing Fulham after that.
It's inciting a mixture of emotions. Yeah, Manchester United this season out of the Champions League, out of the League Cup, at the semis. But very, very close to the top of the table. So very, very.
We have 2 more cups left as well. FA Cup this weekend and Europa as well coming soon. So let's hope it's not going to be like another semi if we go through. We're playing Wolves actually this week.
What would you consider a successful season though, as a United fan?
Trophies, of course.
I mean, the Europa League, will that be enough for you?
Of course, man. Why not? Yeah, I mean, at this stage, we would take any cup. It's not like it's just Europa, it's just EFL.
You just take it.
I'll take it still a trophy. Why not? Yeah, even under Jose Mourinho with Europa and EFL, I was happy, man. Yeah, it was a trophy after so long. I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay, Nick, we're going to just quickly move to Southampton versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool on a 3-game winless run. They've only scored 1 goal in their past 3 games after that 7-0 win against Crystal Palace. The thing is, maybe perhaps it's not as bad as it sounds because it's only 1 defeat. I mean, it's just 2 draws and 1 defeat. I mean, yes, it came against relegation candidates, West Brom, but we all know Big Sam, right? And also Newcastle.
Yeah.
But how disappointing was the Southampton loss? That Ings goal was
it was a mistake by Trent, but I thought Ings' goal was pretty good.
For a Liverpool player?
Yeah, for me personally, I feel like the Southampton defeat, like I told Ling earlier, it was not as demoralizing as people made it out to be. For me, personally, I felt it was okay. I mean, Southampton are a pretty decent team. But the draws against West Brom, Newcastle, Fulham, and Brighton earlier on in December, I felt those were very, very poor results.
A little flat in
very flat. Especially the West Brom one really annoyed me because I felt like we had 17 shots on goal, only 2 on target. And West Brom had 5 shots on goal and they had 3 on target. So I mean, like we cannot even get the shots on target You know, so it's getting a bit worrisome for me. I feel like if Salah, Mane, and Firmino don't score, who's going to score? You know, I mean, Origi's not really prolific. Shaq's always injured. You know, Oxlade-Chamberlain came on the other day and he was like average. He's probably going to go down in a 3-4 games time for his annual season-ending injury. You know? Knowing that guy. So I don't know. I feel like you drop points against these teams and then you put pressure on yourself against United, against Man City, against Spurs, against Arsenal later on. You know, you got to win these games. Then at least those games don't matter too much. You know, if you lose or not. But no, I feel like it's a little bit dire. And the reason why I feel personally, I feel is also because Virgil van Dijk's injury has cost Liverpool more than just a centre back. Like Virgil van Dijk
was a leader.
He's not just a leader. But of course he's the best centre back in the world. But the fact that he came out, we had to put the best defensive midfielder in the world in the centre back position. So we took out the best central defensive midfielder in the world and put him in the centre back position. So that left Henderson to fill that role.
Yeah.
So I felt like there's two world-class players for the cost of one.
Yeah.
You know, it really costs us a lot.
But do you think that because this recent blip came after a string of form, right?
Yeah.
From Liverpool.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was also after a blip. After it was like the loss, the draw against Everton at first, and then that loss against Aston Villa.
Yes.
At 7-2, and then Liverpool had a short blip, and then they recovered. And also because Fabinho helped with the central defensive issues.
He's doing so well.
He did so well, right? Do you think there are bigger issues here than just Van Dijk missing? Perhaps injuries and fatigue finally taking place?
But what would you say Trent's excuse though?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't say it's fatigue though. Every team is playing this. I mean, roughly around the same amount of games. So like Man City is playing the same amount.
United, we are playing more games, well, 2 games this week.
And then Spurs, I think, if I'm not wrong, they had to play earlier on before the Community Shield. So I wouldn't go and say that it's a fixture congestion. Everybody's doing the same
thing. But I guess the fixture congestion has contributed to the Premier League, Premier League table as such, right?
Definitely. That goes without saying.
But also another thing, Wijnaldum. Do you think his future? Is in question. Recently, Liverpool has had their key component players in rumours to leave the club, like Salah as well. Wijnaldum. Do you think this is another factor that's affecting the dressing room, perhaps affecting the players? That relationship that these players have amongst each other. Do you think
maybe possibly? But I think Wijnaldum, one thing about him, he's a pretty good professional though. Apparently he's still on the same contract he signed when he first joined from Newcastle. So he's not got a bumper up in salary. I mean, he's pretty much on the same salary. But he's been professional though. He plays every game, he plays every week, and he gives his all.
What about Salah though? Do you think he'll leave?
No, I don't think.
Based on his interests.
Actually, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like personally, if Salah leaves, I'm not going to be too bummed out. I mean, I've lost Torres before. I've lost Suarez before. I've gone over worse. I love Torres.
We also
I lost Michael Owen. And
how Torres turned out after
that. So
Chelsea,
I think maybe it has affected the team a little bit.
How do you feel now that with that loss, right? Liverpool now has played that extra game, United, and level on points with United in the league table. United due to play this coming week against Burnley. If they win that or they draw, they go above.
No, I like it though.
How do you feel Liverpool's chances are right now?
Back in the old days,
the Premier League
to retain their premiership.
I like it though because now the pressure's on them, and we're just going to hunt them down. And you guys are.
It's where Klopp's comfortable. It looks like he was always comfortable being
behind Guardiola and hunting him down.
It looks like that's where he put in his best performances.
Correct. So now we've got a target in mind. We're not like worried about leading the pack and everybody's chasing us. Now we're chasing them.
And honestly, unfamiliar territories, bro.
Exactly. And honestly, I think
not with Cardiff.
I think we can chase you down and pretty much overtake you later on. But if we click, we start clicking proper.
If United were to beat Liverpool at Anfield, that ends their undefeated streak in Anfield since 2016.
That would be cool though.
But that's not only it. I think that being 6 points, potentially being 6 points behind United might be the one that potentially scare you a little bit.
I'm gonna pray for a lockdown then.
Wow.
Please lockdown COVID. Do us a favor.
That was me last year.
No, and void.
That was me last year.
Void the season. Nothing.
That was me last year. Last year March to be exact. Last year April to be exact.
I think the world was expecting.
Please cancel the season.
Please cancel it. Cancel. Null and void.
And now let's talk about Man City, right? They beat Chelsea. Now they've got 2 games in hand. If they win those 2 games, they'd be top.
Yeah. Technically, 2 games they'll be 35 points, I think. Is it? I'm saying, yeah, they will be still 1 point behind United if we win the Burnley game.
Oh yeah, 35.
35. So they'll be still 1 point behind.
Providing
if they win,
if we win
as well.
To say that if City were to win both their games and United fails to win against Burnley,
of course they'll be
top. So now,
course,
I mean, just last week you guys were saying that City is not hitting their stride. City is being shitty. But looks like they've come up with some big results. Win against Chelsea, win against Man United against in the League Cup semi-final.
How many times has Pep won the trophy already?
3. It's on course to win the 4th time.
It'll be a crazy final
in April. The final will be in April.
With Jose.
It'll be the first time that Guardiola faces Mourinho. In a cup
final, right? Yeah,
since Barcelona versus Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. That's when I think
that's an interesting fact, actually.
Fun fact: Mourinho did stop Guardiola from winning the treble that season. So we'll always wonder what's going to happen. But have you guys changed your mind on City, Ling? What do you think? Do you think City is a genuine threat?
I still put them in my top 4. Remember?
But you didn't put them as title contenders.
I did not.
You put United as champs, Liverpool as second.
Leicester.
Do you still think Liverpool will finish above City?
I would still think Liverpool will finish above City.
Liverpool will still finish.
Yes, exactly.
Nick, do you think City will be, will finish above Man United or not?
Man United.
Yeah, I know you think Liverpool's still going to be champs. So that's number 1. But do you think City will finish second instead of Man United? So far, currently.
I remember I said second. I remember I said United second.
Yeah,
right?
United second.
Yeah, possible, man. Possible.
Yeah, City looks
definitely
like a
possible. They've got a very good defensive. Ruben Diaz now and Laporte.
Yeah, Laporte is back. I think that's the key.
Fernandinho in midfield. They got Aguero and Jesus back as well.
Aguero hasn't signed his new contract yet. He'll be out of contract this summer. So I think if City doesn't play their cards right, I think that might cause them some issues heading towards that final run of games. But okay, so we're gonna have Liverpool, Manchester United on the 17th.
Yes.
Right? And we're gonna do some kind of special for that. And these two are gonna go head to head. We'll see if they've got what it takes to back each other. But that's our show for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.
Cheers,
and
guys.
please leave a comment if you want to say anything. And just love football and stay safe. Take care.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, guys.
Adios.
Adios.